Hello, welcome to the Unltd Media channel. My name is Dr. J. Duncan.
And this is Jissy.
And today we will be recapping the episode titled The Rental Key. The seasons have changed. Today, we want to go a little bit further than we went on the episode. I encourage you to check out the episode for itself. As always, we purposely give you a little bit more content on the YouTube channel than we do on the podcast to build that dialogue. But to kind of summarize it up, what did we drop knowledge on them about, Jesse?
So we talked about making sure that you prepare for the seasons that are inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, rough seasons, rainy seasons, dry spells, stressful seasons, happy seasons, all that stuff. And kind of taking a shift based on our last episode about being your own locksmith, to really becoming an expert in your journey and taking in the keys that you have, but also that you have access to.
Absolutely.
So,
you see, the rental key concept challenges the ability to create keys on the spot. You know, so being your own locksmith put the ball in your court. It allowed you to have access to things even when you get locked out or locked in, if you will.
yeah.
But when you are accepting the concept or the title rental key, we're assuming that this house or this space must not be yours.
It's not your place. It's not your space. It's not where you are meant to end up. So at some point in time, you won't need that key anymore.
Absolutely.
At some point in time, you'll either have to relinquish ownership, right? Or turn it in or something of the sort.
Absolutely. Or if you're feeling froggy, buy or take ownership of that journey. You see, sometimes that we get into things and we never treat our journey like it was ours. We're always asking others for permission. We're always, at best, walking around with rental keys. And if you listen to the podcast episode, this one here, Just Z, drop some gems about even how you navigate. You don't just navigate through the streets, if I may break down your analogy. Navigate through these streets and stop, and your journey is just over right then and there because you ran out of decisions. You don't know where to go, left or right, so you just turn the car off and get out of it. No, you got to figure it out. You either use your resources, your GPS, you use out in the sky, you know what I mean? Look at the stars, something, ask somebody something. But ultimately, where you end up is because of you driving. So your key usage or your key ownership is because of whatever you choose to, connect to.
Yeah, that's you treat your keys differently when you are a renter versus an owner.
Absolutely.
And so when you have rental keys, then or keys to a rental, or you are renting your space or your knowledge or your emotions or your time to something, you, because it's temporary, you expect the utmost usage from that thing, right? You don't want to rent out your time and then have it be wasted, right? You don't want to rent out your emotional investments and have them be fumbled. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I know exactly what you're saying. Via life experiences and whatnot, I think that if you take on that locksmith, idea, then what Jesse just said is that you need to call some things out in your life, including yourself. You need to say, if what I'm doing right now going to cost me time? Am I wasting time in relationships, or do I really have the key, or is this a rental?
Yeah.
Confidence. Do I really feel confident, or am I faking it? Is this a rental?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're renting that feeling for that moment. You're renting that space or that relationship or that whatever for the moment. And a lot of times we don't take that into account And some people rent to buy or rent to
Absolutely.
own.
There's a time for everything, right?
But you have to know that, right? Nobody just wants to rent indefinitely, usually.
Right. Now, we do get into this culture of leasing, if you will. Like, you know how, like for phones, for example, the like upgrading plans and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So sometimes it benefits people that don't hold on to things for long. But I think that they have to be real with themselves to say, you know what, I upgrade every year.
But those are the people that first of all, they understand self.
Mm-hmm.
But second, they understand where the division of their time, money, resources lies, right? And so they feel like it would be more beneficial to them, whether that's through their mental space or because they know that they change their mind often, to rent something for half the time versus purchasing it and then only keeping it for half the time. And it's that loss of value. And so that's what happens though when you rent something. You have to partially insure it, whether that's literally insure it or taking something from in yourself to say, well, if this doesn't work out, I knew it wasn't supposed to be permanent. Right?
I like how you said that insure it, because some people think that one negates the others. Oh, if I don't own it, I don't have to worry about the consequences. It's like, you still have to insure as a renter.
What?
Because the owner hopefully has enough sense to know you are a renter. And you will assume responsibilities for renting. Or if you want to own, then you have to take on vested value in whatever it is. But there's nowhere in there where they're like, oh, someone gets to get out of this responsibility successfully. People try it. I think that's true, that they don't know the value of thyself. So therefore, some people, I just got keys. I don't know. Like, somebody own it. I don't even know who the landlord is. Like, what?
Dude.
If you ever get into like a business, if you get into your own apartment or house, 1, 2, and 3, 9 times out of 10, somewhere in your phone book or email list, you have the landlord.
The person that owns the space.
Or the person that's responsible when things go wrong. 9 times out of 10, if you are about whatever you're in, your season, if you are about your major, you know how do I get in contact with the dean? Right?
Yeah.
I can ask a college student, if something goes wrong on your transcripts, do you know who to call?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If
If
financial aid talking about you owe full $5,000 and you want a full ride, I'm willing to bet you're gonna know where the bursar's office is, right?
Okay.
You're gonna find it, right?
Okay.
So the whole thing about the renter's keys is really your mind state, if you will. Yeah. It's really your mind state. It was what I'm getting, because you can't negate the responsibilities. You can only act like it's not there, but in the end, it's like somebody still has to take care of this.
Yeah, and you're renting usually as a stepping stone to something else. So that matters. Sometimes it's not meant for you to feel 100% comfortable and at home in this rented space or area, because it's not the end all be all. So while you are getting the keys to this rental, you're also becoming your own locksmith for the future of your journey, and the future and your purpose.
I like how you think. I mean, that's it. Is enjoy the ride, but don't become complacent.
Yeah, very much so.
Indeed.
Very much so.
The opposite is people going too fast too soon.
Yeah, that's true.
When I want to buy a house, but you've never even had a dorm, let alone an apartment, let alone.
I mean, but it's all about
them knowing thyself.
Yes, and
indeed,
it's give and take. If you want to permanently invest in something, you're probably still going to have to rent something somewhere. You're going to have to rent time to do your research and not sleep as much. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have
pay
to
what you owe.
Okay.
Somebody, somewhere.
You're going to have to rent something at some point. And those are the seasons, right? Because really, if you think about it, like, leaves on trees are really renting that space until some weather comes in and, knocks them right out. And then
scientific brain, boy. That's what's up. But
guess what? They'll come back again when the situation is viable, when it is time, when the elements are right. And so that...
I like how you did, especially this year.
Yeah.
Let's put this into perspective. Spring break happened almost a month ago. It snowed less than a week ago.
Yeah.
So that just tell you what's going on. The leaves did not change their mind. He said, "Oh no, we're here now, and I guess we have to weather the weather, right?"
Okay.
So I think that even with the rental key, you're here now. You're renting, that's good, but you're learning how to own. Mm-hmm. And if the situation changes, the owner says, "Oh, we need to go ahead and sell," and you're like, "I might be in a position, but I've learned from this, and I'm going to make better decisions based off of what I've learned. I'm here now.
Absolutely.
I don't have to start over."
Absolutely. That's that stepping stone.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's me. What other gems you got for us, Jesse? Anything else?
Nope.
All
Nothing
right.
else.
You say that. Remember. I want y'all to go back to see some episodes where I ask anything else. Nope. And then drops gems on me. All right.
Nope.
All right. Well, as you see right now, I am still rocking our Mind State apparel. You can be rocking this too if you check out our website, www.mindsunlimited.com/merch. Go check us out. There are some things coming, so I do want you to get this. Get this before everyone else gets in there's no more. Hint, hint.
That's alluding to something.
Okay. All right.
And, of course, follow us on social media if you want to get in contact with us. If you have questions, keys, prayers, comments, concerns, and or wishes.
Wow, she did that? That's what's up.
Make sure you hit us up. Of course, you can always email Dr. J. Duncan if you need any type of mental health services, therapy, life coaching, consultation. Dr. J. Duncan is always available virtually for you all.
All right, y'all. Well, as always, the smallest change in perspective
can change your life.
Peace. Every time you approve, yeah.
Yes.